Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. According to Michael Benson, Frank Warren confirmed that Eddie Hearn has sent an offer to Anthony Joshua. And so it's basically to make the Tyson Fury versus Joshua fight. It went directly to Tyson Fury and not Frank Warren. He also basically stated that they want 50-50. Now, let's just be honest and unbiased about this. Anthony Joshua has all of the belts except for one. Anthony Joshua is the biggest commercial boxing star in the world. And also, Tyson Fury has no belts. So he can say he's a lineal champion. That's basically meaningless. Anthony Joshua has all the belts, and Tyson Fury, he is a big draw, so I think that he should get a good share, a good cut, but 50-50 is ridiculous. And if that's your starting point, then basically that means you don't want to fight with Anthony Joshua. So what comes out is you hear a lot of guys saying that, Tyson Fury can beat AJ can beat Fury, regardless of how you see the fight playing out. Regardless, even if you see Fury beating Anthony Joshua, let's be honest and unbiased, asking for 50-50 against a guy who's the biggest commercial draw in boxing, who also has all of the belts except for one, and you're wanting 50-50, that means you don't want that fight. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, they both are ducking Anthony Joshua if they do not take less than 50-50. Now, I'm hoping that's a starting point. I'm hoping that that's a point that these guys are willing to negotiate down from. But if this is where they're standing firm and they don't want anything, then it's obviously a duck. There's no other way around it. I think that Tyson Fury has the balls to get in the ring and fight anybody. I think that he'd get in the ring and he'd fight Anthony Joshua. I think that he'd do well against Anthony Joshua. I think that'll be a very close fight, maybe even a 50-50 fight. I'd favor Anthony Joshua to beat Tyson Fury, but by no means does that mean Fury couldn't completely outbox Anthony Joshua. I think the fact that Anthony Joshua has elite level power and boxing skills, I think that he would give Fury way more problems than Deontay Wilder did, because Anthony Joshua is not some robot who's going to sit there and not know how to cut off the ring. This is what he does. Anthony Joshua has displayed improvement in boxing skills in each of his last 4 fights. So we know that he continues to grow. So at this point, you have to be honest and unbiased, and you realize that Tyson Fury not taking, anything less than 50-50 has to be considered a duck move, because at this point, the fact that these guys are only willing to stand on this 50-50 thing means that they don't want to fight Anthony Joshua. Dillian White, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Eddie Hearn has said, the opportunity is there for all of these guys to make the fight next. All they have to do is accept the terms. And you have to understand that, for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and for Fury, I'll at least give him 60-40, maybe even Wilder too. But 50-50 is ridiculous. I don't think that these guys deserve 50-50. I mean, these guys barely did 300,000 plus pay-per-views in the U.S., and they needed each other to do that. They couldn't have done that against any other opponent. Anthony Joshua is not going to make a career-high payday from facing these guys. So you have to be unbiased. Anthony Joshua has everything to lose and nothing to gain. Imagine it like this. Imagine Anthony Joshua fights Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder and he loses that fight. He lost his belt, he lost his O, and he didn't make a career high payday. But on the other hand, if Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder loses that fight, these guys are probably going to make a career high payday. And Tyson Fury, he loses no belts. Deontay Wilder, he loses the belt, but frankly, we've all seen him get beat before by Tyson Fury, so it's really no big deal. There's no shame in losing to a unified champion of the world. And you have to understand that even if Anthony Joshua wins, I'm sure that he's willing to put in a rematch clause, because Eddie Hearn has already stated that he's put in a rematch clause with Deontay Wilder for a fight in Vegas. So the fact that Deontay Wilder won't even take their phone calls, their emails, any correspondence shows you where he feels and how he feels about this. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, if he doesn't have to take the Anthony Joshua fight, I give Tyson Fury that. Tyson Fury can fight Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury can fight a myriad of other guys. He could even fight Dillian White and make huge cash, huge pay-per-views. So it would make sense. Tyson Fury has options. Anthony Joshua has options. Deontay Wilder has no options. I think that anybody asking for 50-50 from Anthony Joshua is completely unreasonable and is a duck, because they all know that no one deserves 50-50 with Anthony Joshua at this point in time in boxing, because no one's the same level of star, no one has the belts to match, and no one even has the resume that compares to Anthony Joshua at the heavyweight division. This guy continues to fight top 10 fighter after fighter after fighter. If you look at, Tyson Fury last 3 fights compared to, Anthony Joshua, the last 2 fights we know weren't top 10. If you look at Deontay Wilder, prior to Tyson Fury, the last 3 fights, we know they weren't top 10. You can give Luis Ortiz a top 10 rating, but the other 2, you can't. You have to understand that Deontay Wilder has feasted on bums his entire career. You have to understand that Tyson Fury did defeat and beat Vladimir Klitschko, but he also defeated Derek Chisora so long ago, and his 2 tune-up fights for Deontay Wilder were not top 10 fighters. So we have to be honest and unbiased when we assess these situations, that anybody asking for 50-50 with Anthony Joshua is completely unreasonable and has to be considered a duck move, because they don't want to fight this guy. So Anthony Joshua honestly is the most avoided fighter in the heavyweight division, if we're being honest and unbiased and analyzing the situation for what it is. Once again, it's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.